What's the nation? Sanbonan. Sanbonan Bafetu. Welcome back to Open Friends with me. QB. Now on today's video, I want us to look at, potential coach who might be coming in next season for the job of a Kaizer, because remember, we do have, clarity in terms of what the future of the co-coaches is not certain. We do not know with Tim Makpeli's season, they will be fired or they will remain. Because remember, when we signed Khalil or Cedric Kaze, obviously with Kaze, it's a bit of a different story. But when we signed, the entire technical team with Coach Nazruddin Nabi, we did have 2 years with an option to extend for a third year. Now, currently, 2 years is coming to an end. And the Jobaji, the 2 years is coming to an end. That means Kaizer Chiefs have an option to say, we're going to continue with you based on this, or we're going to let go of you based on this. That is the current situation that we currently find ourselves in when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs as a club and as a whole. So yesterday, Golden Arrows, which is a team that is being led by Coach Mangoba Mngqithi, played with the Orlando Pirates and they lost 5-0. That is quite an embarrassment. But the reason why I called you guys here, I want us to look at why Kaizer Chiefs might be looking to sign Coach Mangoba Mngqithi. Because remember, as I've revealed, earlier on, Uti Innocent Wagam Kaizer did mention to us, Uti, currently it looks like there's talks between Kaizer Chiefs and Coach Mangoba Mngqithi for him to come and be the next head coach for next season and probably beyond. Now, currently, you guys, have shown the frustrations that you're having with this Coach Mangoba Mngqithi. Well, I think before Sijampa kakhulu to the point that, okay, Mangoba yesterday played and they lost, entirely badly so, because definitely that's an embarrassing score. And you think, because with that game, playing against Orlando Pirates, you think and you be like yourself, how, if this is the coach that we want to bring in, because I'm taking myself in this this is what you're looking at. We are playing the same league. This is the same league. Currently, Kaizer Chiefs is sitting on number 3. Golden Arrows, which apparently has the coach that is being coached by Mangoba Mngqithi, is sitting at number 8, which, yeah, it's quite disturbing. But there's one thing that I'm going to do, guys. For me, as I've said earlier, I would say currently, I don't think there's any coach that is going to come and save Kaizer Chiefs from themselves. The reason why, it's very clear. It's the direction and what they want to do, Bona, as a club. No one is allowed to come into Kaizer Chiefs and tell them how to do things. That is the biggest problem, or that is the biggest, pride that Kaizer Chiefs management does have in themselves. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to bring bad publicity to the club. I'm just being honest and stating the fact. You understand? So with that being said, some of you might say, but could be in too. If that is, then what is the point of us looking for a coach? For me, I feel like if it was possible for Kaizer Chiefs themselves to coach the team, they would have done it. We see how they move, we see how they do things, they try to do ngendlela efunwa ngabo, you understand? So Coach Mangoba Mngqithi, guys, for me, as much as I'm not saying he's a coach that I would love to see at Naturena next season, because that is the question I've been asking you every time when we talked about him in Bulls. And do you guys believe, honestly, this guy is going to come and help us or save us? Because from my understanding, what I'm seeing is, if we do get him and then Sam sign, he's not just going to go there alone. I believe he's going to be there as someone who's the head coach, and then the co-coaches will be under him. But you guys, even on your responses, I've heard you need to know, we believe Mangoba could be, a good assistant, but not the head coach. So, where I'm trying to get to currently with that, I understand we might look at him and say he's a bad coach, but I'm just going to make an example out of other coaches. I'm not saying this or that. I'm just going to make an example, and then you guys will decide for yourselves. Now we have a coach like Absalom Wadu. Coach Absalom Wadu was, I think, coaching Imarumo Kalans or Magesi. I'm not too sure the club level I coached before as well Orlando Pirates. Some people said he's a great coach, but for me, even today, I still do not believe that. I honestly don't believe Coach Absalom Wadu is a great coach. One thing I've noticed, especially about the coaching role, is that when you get to a club that has proper, quality signings of players, yes, guys, I'm saying it and I'm going to say it again. If you have a team that has a good quality and they understand how they do their business. Ngizwile lento ekhuluma ilona that what was exposed by Umazola Jimmy for saying we are waiting for the coach so that we can be able to release players. But as I've said, that is just a tactical play so that Tina as fans we wouldn't be like, yeah, mara, it makes sense. Then yeah, it makes sense. Obviously, I'm gonna skip on my player. Yes, I'm gonna coach. No, guys, already case just is done. They've done the analysis. They know who they are going to let go of and who they are going to bring in. All of that is done. The thing now is they need they need to have the coach to convince us. So definitely that would be the coach's doings. You understand? People talk, and he's just is trying to move away from that. No, fans will talk this, fans will think that, and look here. But truly speaking with you guys, Coach Mangoba Mniti from Mamelodi Sundowns, he was not a bad coach. Why? Because the quality that he had was proper. Now, it comes to be something different when you look at coaches like Benny McCarthy, coach like Coach Peter Msimane, for example. Those two coaches, nabo bahlukile ngendlela zabo. Benny McCarthy is someone who I feel like he can take his time to understand the system, the players, and try to improve on that. Same way as was this guy? I'm forgetting the name. You understand? So it's not just any coach who's going to come in at Nasharena and be like, I'm going to be the best of the best because I'm going to do this and this and that. No, guys, everything is run by the club. Doesn't matter the coach ufunani or otingani. It's all part of the plan. Understand? If the coach wants that, that is how it's going to happen. You look at coaches like Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is not a bad coach for me specifically, but also it depends on the kind of players that Abachita uses. Coach Absalom Wadu, as I've made an example with him, I don't think he's a great coach for me. He's a good coach. Don't take that away from him, but he's not a great coach. If Siam Sousa from currently the team that is currently coaching, and then we give him a different team, Konola Ubetwe Premiership, what he has achieved now with Orlando Pirates, he will not be able to achieve with that club, depending on what the club has in terms of the quality, the players, and how they run things. That is something that we need to understand. So Mangoba Mniti might not look good currently, but Snamsana, and then things would look better for us, and we'll be like, yeah, no, probably we have a better coach, because currently a lot of supporters, they believe that Mangoba Mniti can help the team improve, because looking at the signings, a lot of fans believe we do have right equipment, we do have the right tools. But that, if that is the case, I'm still asking myself, why did we let go of such a great coach? A coach like a Coach Nazarene Nabi, because Coach Nazarene Nabi, Coach Peter Msimane, Coach who's this guy, Roland Mukwena, all of those coaches, they fall under the same belt. They've done incredible things in their lifetime. They've done great things. You understand? So what makes us say we cannot go for this coach? You see? So I'm gonna leave everything to you guys for yourselves to decide whether is Coach Mangoba Mniti a bad coach, or is it just because he lost against our arch rivals? a margin of 5-0. And it doesn't look good on the CV for his report because it's someone who we are trying to bring in, and then we look at the results, and also we are looking at Romuntu Dlalanati, same league, but take Mangoba and put him back on Sundowns, or even take Mangoba, bring him to Orlando Pirates. You will say he's a great coach, he's an incredible coach, but I don't know, I'm just giving you the information, and then you do what you must do with that information. Well, did not want to be long. I believe this is it, Buffet 2. I do have some few comments. I should think Kaizer Chiefs fans have to give the two co-coaches an opportunity to coach until the end of the season and then decide their fate. Well, with that being said, from my understanding, if the co-coaches manages to finish on the third spot, it's highly possible they're not going anywhere. But if maybe see finisher outside of that, because it's something that Kaizer Chiefs really want, but other than that, also it will count as an improvement, because at the end of the season we have managed to finish in a position that we have fell out for the past seasons, the two previous seasons. So I understand why you're saying this, but uzobonakala as time goes on. Well, guys, as I've said, I'm leaving this conversation to you. Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and later on, probably with some updates. Peace.